Hello and welcome to episode 41 of the Tash Talks live show. How are we all doing? Let me just click this off. Yep, it's good to go. You can hear me, you can see me okay. Brilliant. Perfect. If you're watching this live, please do say hello in the chat box. I love seeing your faces. I love seeing you comment and engage. Like, this is the whole point of this live show, right? And if you're watching us on the replay, do hashtag replay in the comments so I can also see who catches me on after. That's not so live. So let's catch up. Of course, we're on episode 41 of the Tash Talks live show, where I come live every single Friday on a different topic, on a different sometimes I do Q&A where you message in your questions and I answer them. Sometimes I'm just going to riff like it's a live show. We just kind of go with it. So what's happening this week? Well, as we know, it's Friday. So not only do we do live Tash Talks, but we also have the Tash Talk podcast that comes live every single Friday. And I don't know about this week. I don't know if it was last week's episode, or so many of you have messaged me saying that you were literally like binging all the episodes. And I'm like, this is exactly why I've done the podcast. Also, I'm not going to lie. Part of me is a bit like, why did this take you so long? Why did this take you so long? Not going to lie. This, you know me, I just like to say how it is. So yes. So I'm very, very grateful. And I'm glad that you guys are loving it. I've got I was going to say juicy one coming out. It's come out today. And I give you the real behind the scenes of me and my 3 other biz besties, where we met up just before Christmas, where we went for some drinks and some food, and really just kind of brung you along the journey of what the things we were speaking about, why it's important, like our friendships, what's the conversations that we have, why they are important. But I share with you the most important part is it really got me thinking. I stepped back and I was like, wow, I'm in front and best friends with 3 other incredible badasses. Okay. Like, not mediocre, like not like just nice people, like freaking incredible humans. And I think 2 things I want you to take from this. Firstly, is I don't believe in competition. I think competition is absolute bullshit. Because if that was the case, if I was scared of competition, would I really have 3 other best friends that are all coaches? Does some of our offers overlap? Yes. Like, do some of our clients and ideal clients overlap? Yes. Do some of our audience overlap? Yes. Right. But I think unless you're feeling really secure in yourself and what you bring to the table, then you are going to feel jealousy. You're not going to be wanting to surround yourself with other people that could potentially take your clients, that your clients could pick them over. Like, this has actually happened where, I've had a potential client come and inquire about me and then go to work with one of the other girls, and vice versa. But what's aligned for you will not pass you. And that's why I don't believe in competition. So that's the first thing. The second thing, and what I took from this meeting was this. And I share this in the podcast, but I had this light bulb moment where I came away and I was like, wow, we have all built and are building truly successful businesses. We have all had the shittiest times. We've all had heartbreak. We've all had very horrible situations to deal with, all very different. We've all had very different upbringings. We've also got very different opinions on things. But this is what's great. Like, the fact that one of you can go, no, like, for example, Nora's a vegan. I'm pescatarian. Sam eats meat, but like, she's very particular on what meat. And Luce filters kind of in between whatever like feels good for her. So we're all very different, even just our opinions with that. But none of us make the other you're wrong because you're not pescatarian. You're wrong because you're not feeding your child meat. You're wrong because you feed your child meat. Like, no, like, that's not what this is about. It's an open space where we can say our feelings, say what we want to say, and then and be able to hold that space for each other. Also, being around that energy of when you say what your dreams and goals are for the next year, they're making you dream bigger. They're like, really? Do you not think you can? And you're like, oh, am I playing a bit small here? Yeah, right. You want to be in and around that energy. And it got me thinking that for all our differences, and there's so many things that we're so alike, like, of course, you're going to have characteristics. Like there's characteristics of successful people. There is. I don't care what anyone says. There are absolutely, not all of them, but like there are main characteristics of what makes somebody successful and what makes somebody not. And the one thing that I really took away from this is, if it isn't the strategy that creates the success, we know this. If you've been following me 5 minutes, you'll know this. And if you've been following me 5 years, you'll know this. It isn't the strategy that you're following that's going to create the success that you desire. That's not what it is, because every single one of us, all running between 6, multi-6 and 7-figure businesses, all have done, all teach, and all do very different strategies. So if it was a strategy thing, then everyone would be billionaires, surely, wouldn't they? Because all you'd have to do is, you've just got to buy this strategy, this one strategy, and this is what's going to guarantee you to 6, multi-6, 7 figures. Everyone would buy this one strategy and everyone would be successful. But there isn't. There's many different strategies. So it can't be the strategy that makes you successful, because you can have different ones and then still get to the desired result. Or you can have the same and not both get to the same result. So if 2 people are doing the exact same strategy and it's worked for one and not for the other, how can it be the strategy then? It can't. It's the person. So it got me thinking, as I came away, my heart absolutely filled with love and respect and admiration and gratitude for these girls. I came away and I was like, if it isn't strategy, and this is a great example of how I'm always blabbering on about how strategy isn't the most important thing, and it isn't the secret to success, because here's 4 badasses all doing very different strategies. You know, if that is the case, what is it then? What is it? What is it that actually creates success, the success? Now, I could leave this as a cliffhanger and go listen to the podcast to find out, but I'm not. I'm going to riff on it. You can absolutely listen to the podcast. I give so much more detail, but it's going to kind of intertwine me into what I want to riff on about today. Okay. So if success isn't the answer through strategy, what is? And it's mindset. It's the belief. When I'm thinking about my girls, when I'm thinking about my coach, when I'm thinking about my mentors, when I'm thinking about the people that are achieving the goals that I want to be achieving, they all have that unwavering, unshakable belief in themselves. And something one of the girls said really, really like hit home with me. And she said, it will always work out because I'm in control. I always believe I get to make money. I always believe there's clients for me. I always believe that I'm going to hit my goal. Unwavering belief in themselves. That this isn't a bullshit, I believe I'm going to make 20K, or I believe, like, no, that's a hope. I hope I hit my goal this month. I hope. You're putting the results, the success outside of yourself when it's not. I'm going to call you out here. That's bullshit. You saying it's the algorithm. You saying it's because you don't have the audience. You saying it's because of the TikTok. You know, you saying all of these things, or it's because I don't know how to do this and I don't know this, or this isn't working. This isn't. No. The reason why you're not where you want to be is because of this. If you believe that something isn't working, if you believe you need more strategy, if you believe you're stuck, if you believe it's not going to work, if you believe there's a secret sauce that you just need to find what it is, then that is the reason why you are where you are today. Whereas successful people don't believe in stuckness. They're like, okay, I'm feeling this isn't working. Okay, what can I do to make it work? Where can I move? How can I hire help? What's the next step for me? They're problem solving. They're finding solutions. They're like, okay, I'm feeling like this. I know I need to shift my mindset. Right. What program and offer do I want to get into? Who am I stalking that I just actually need to just freaking buy their offer? Okay. So I spill all the tea on the podcast. So definitely go over, check that one out. I think you're going to absolutely love it. But today's episode, what I really wanted to talk about was, it's time to move. It's time to freaking move. We have gone into the 19th of January. Okay, so we're 19 days into January. You might have started January on that hype where you're like, yeah, freaking hell, we're going to do this. It's going to be amazing. And then you get to this point, you're like, oh, goodness, I don't know if my goal is going to happen today. I don't know if I am going to be able to achieve what I want. Right? And all the self-doubts coming in. And what I want you to stop doing right now is I want you to stop looking at her. I want you to stop looking at her. I want you to stop looking at and stalking that other person. Maybe it's somebody else that's another entrepreneur. Maybe you started your same group program together. excuse me, maybe is somebody that you're always looking at her content. Maybe you're stalking her, you're stalking up in the stories. Like, listen, instead of wasting your energy stalking that said coach, get into their world, like pay and come into their world. You know, if, for example, that's me and you're looking at my stuff, like how we're going to get results is if you actually pay to come into my world, whether that's in my one-off masterclasses, up to my membership, up to my courses, up to Conscious Coach or my one-on-one, right? Whatever level that is for you, you were going to save yourself so much more time and energy by actually paying to get into that world and stop trying to figure out what it is and actually pay to find out what it is, okay? And you sitting there, you're wasting your time when you should be posting on social media. You should be sitting there thinking about what your own content is going to be rather than looking at somebody else's, looking at what she's doing and going, okay, that is working. So I'm going to take that piece of content and I'm going to speak about that. I'm going to create that. But that isn't yours. That isn't your said voice. There's two very different things between like taking what somebody else has done and then trying to make it into your own, or seeing something as inspiration. But I promise you, the best piece of inspiration you can get is taking that time to be. When you're doing something, when I want some ideas, it isn't sitting here like stalking other coaches. It isn't looking at what she's doing and what she's doing. It's literally sitting there with myself and doing that work on myself and asking myself, as simple as it sounds, is like, what do I want to say today? What do I want to say? Like today, with today's episode, I was like, I want to tell these girls it's time to move. I want to tell you, stop looking at what she's doing and what she's doing and what she's doing and get so freaking focused on you and going inwards and where you actually want to go. Because what works for her works for her. Why? Because she's done the work. She's done the work on her mindset. She's shifted through those subconscious blocks. She's done that work on her confidence, her resilience, her personal power. She's tapped into her higher self. Like she's on the zone. This content is flowing out because she's being her. She's being authentic to her. And what's working for her is she's got a different audience. She's got a different mindset to you. She's got different strategies. She's got a different outlook. So instead of looking at her and being like, oh, it's working for her, maybe I'll just try and duplicate this. Maybe I could just try and take this as a blueprint. And no. She's not you. You are you. Like I always say, like, there's only one Natasha Clark. Thank goodness. One's enough. There's only one Tracy, Catherine, Susie, Stacy. Like there's only one of you. So instead of looking at other people and looking for the answers outside of yourself, what you actually need to do is tune in and go in and just sit with yourself. Bring it back to you. Plug back into yourself right now. Stop looking for that answer in the strategy. Stop stalking that person. Literally put all that energy that you're wasting, put it back into yourself. And I want you to stop thinking about the strategy. I want you to stop focusing on the missing piece and it's not working and scrolling through social media. I want that to stop right now. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I intentionally stalk. No, I don't. I intentionally go on my social media. So if I'm intentionally going on to scroll, I'm intentionally going on to scroll. If I'm intentionally going on to post and serve my audience, like that's it. And it doesn't want to be more scrolling than it is actually work. Like social media is your business. It's your work. It's the bloodline to your business. Stop seeing it as a place to just stalk other people and like hang out and like not do your business. Like it's not an excuse to not be posting stuff on social media for your audience. If you want to grow and scale your business, these are the things you need to be doing. So your business is a reflection of you. I'm going to say that again. Your business is a reflection of you, your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, your actions, your behaviors, your habits. That is why you have the business you do today. Mic drop. I feel like I can finish this live right now. So if you're telling me that strategy is more important, and yet I've just said to you that your business is a reflection of you. If you're feeling underconfident, your business isn't going to thrive. If you don't think you're the bee's knees, your business isn't going to thrive. If you're too scared to unapologetically be yourself, if you're not showing up on social media and selling every day, not caring about what the judgment's going to be from someone else, she sells too much. So what? My business. That's what businesses do. If you can't stand in that power, that's why we need to do the work on yourself. Your business will thank you so much when you've done that work on yourself. And I speak about this. Do you remember in 2022 when I had the worst year of my life? all those that have been through an inside conscious coach, you've got all the tea. You know exactly why it was so tough for me. It's not something I want to share to everybody. I want to share that to those souls that want to come in and do this deep inner work. And I want to share with you exactly what my 2022 looked like. And so many people said, shit, did not know you were going through all that. So my business took a massive knock-on effect to what was going on in my personal life. Did it have to? No. There are so many people out there that are having shit days and going through some terrible times, and their business is still thriving. Why? Because if your business is a reflection of you, and I hadn't done that deep inner work that I needed to do, which is all inside conscious coach, if I hadn't done that, I needed to do that. And that's why wasting time thinking the answer is in the strategy, I'd done that. I invested £30,000 into strategy. It's not from the want of not trying or not wanting to fix things. It didn't fix things. It didn't change anything. So that's until I then decided, right, I'm going to do this work on myself. I need to do this deep inner work. I'm not just talking about the affirmations and the meditations and the journaling. They are incredible, powerful tools only when you've shifted those deep subconscious blocks, because they're always going to come up. Your whole life is running on old programming. Everything you do every single day is run by 95% of the subconscious mind. I want you to see the subconscious mind is not like live and active. It doesn't know, like it's not here right now. Your subconscious mind has been programmed to think and feel the way it has from the ages of 0 to 7. So you're running on old programs, going round and round and round about money, about success, about why you're not good enough and you're not deserving, and you can't do this, and this is why this hasn't happened, and this is why that's all your old programming. So guess what? We have to do that work to really shift that. This is why my biz besties, my clients, my coaches, my mentors, the people that I look up to are all where they are right now, is because they've done this work. They haven't skipped it. They haven't bypassed it. They haven't tried to out hustle it, because you can't. It's impossible. You can't out hustle your subconscious mind. Like, it's with you all day, every day. It's why you make every single decision. It's why you're on here right now live. It's why you're going to watch this on the replay. It's why you are in the group, but you don't actually watch the videos. Like, it's why you are doing everything that you are doing. You have got to move. And instead of move thinking, I've got to do more, I've got to do no, you've got to move this. You've got to work on shifting through those subconscious blocks that are stopping you from making 10K a month. Because trust me, more sales isn't going to make you more money. If you don't feel safe with money, if you don't trust money, if you don't think money is always there to support you and serve you, that is what you need to heal. If you don't think that you can hold more clients, if you don't think that you are deserving enough to have more of a high caliber client, someone that just comes straight in, she's self-led, she doesn't need hand holding, she wants to be in your energy, you're always going to be triggered by things that come up. I got triggered by this when a 7-figure coach wanted to work with me. And I was like, in my head, you're making 7 figures. Had to do this work on myself. Had to go deeper. Done the work, had to go deeper. I had to get that deepness where I felt truly deserving and worthy. Of course, this client wants to come and work with me, not because of how much money we're both making. She's coming to work with me because of my skill set, because of what she wants to shift. She actually didn't think money was safe. She felt like it was kind of a bit of a fluke. She felt that she didn't really feel deserving of this amazing life that she had. So of course, if you don't feel deserving, you're going to be scared every single day that you are going to let a ball drop, that you're going to be at this 7-figure and then you're going to lose it all. So you're instantly every single day running on the same programmings, every single day, scared, having anxiety. We need to clear that. For you to step into your power and speak unapologetically, not caring if someone is judging you, not caring if someone is going to sign with you or not. Your self-worth doesn't come from the validation of a client saying yes. When a client says yes to working with me and pays me, I'm excited because I'm like, this is your journey. I'm so excited to be able to help support you with it. That doesn't make me who I am. If you decide to sign and work with me or you don't, that's down to you. That doesn't make me a badass. It doesn't make me an incredible CEO because I make X amount of money. No, this is just the bullshit we've been conditioned to think. And what we've got to do is uncondition the conditioning. We've got to get so conscious of what is going on in the unconscious mind. This is the real work. So when you see someone show up, when you would have seen me and my biz besties on our night out, you know, in Sushi Samba, cheersing our champagne, living our bougie freaking life, know this, it's not a fluke. Know this, we've done the freaking work. Know this, that we have limiting beliefs that come up and we shift through it because we've got the tools to do so. Know this, that when we don't know something, we hire help. We move. We don't blame external things outside of us. We take that responsibility ourselves and go, right, what do I need to do? What do I need to move? I could have blamed everything. I could have blamed, I've spent £30,000 on strategy and it's not worked. I'm going to be the only coach in the world to lose it all. I'm going to be the only coach that it doesn't work for. Poor me. My life has gone to shit in 2022. Everything's gone against me. It's so bad. No, I move. Okay. Pivot. What do I really need to work on? Listen, stop, pause, go in. My intuition was screaming out, go deeper, go deeper. Oh, it's made me a bit teary. Go deeper. I didn't listen. I went into more strategy and more strategy and more strategy because it's been what I've been conditioned with. It's what I've been brainwashed into thinking that was the solution. That is what's going to solve all my problems. And it was only till I went deep. It's only till I actually looked in the mirror of what I needed to work on. And I plugged back into myself because I'm a business. And this is why people say to me, Tash, how have you got so much energy all of the freaking time? Like, you're like a Duracell bunny. Like, do you ever stop? Like, do you ever get, but no, I don't get burnt out. I do not get burnt out. Why? Because I'm always plugging into myself. My results isn't because of the strategy that I implement. My results isn't down to the clients that I work with. My external stuff isn't down to the external stuff. It's down to me. So I always tune into myself. I'm doing this work. Thank goodness. You see these, if you follow me on social media, you'll see every single day well, not every single day, but every week, I'm thanking Conscious Coach. I feel like, yes, I created Conscious Coach, but I feel like it was a download. It was what I needed and still continue to need. I'm tapping into my private podcast all of the time to clear some stuff that comes out. If I feel a little bit funky, my energy's a little bit murk, get straight in, shift it. What's come up for me? Why am I triggered by this? What is this showing me? You've got to do the work. You have got to do this work. And it will absolutely change the game for you because, yes, my clients have made back their investment. They've doubled their normal revenue, tripled, quadrupled. They have secured magazine deals. They have got their radio shows. You know, they have met the love of their life. They feel like so much more of a present mum. Like, this just goes so much beyond than just you having success in your business and you making X amount of money. Like, this goes into who you are, feeling enough, feeling deserving without the external validation of the car you drive, the money in your bank. Could you imagine feeling like a badass, whatever the amount is in your account? Because I've been there and I felt like a badass. When that money's in that account, I'm like, I am freaking unstoppable. I am safe. I'm secure. This is good. When that money dipped, I was like, who the fuck am I? Who the fuck am I? I'm a failure. That is what I am. That is what I felt like. My number changed in my bank account and I was so consumed into this is what made me successful. Are you actually joking me? And you know what the funny thing is? The funny thing is, I thought I learned this lesson before because, and in some areas I absolutely did. But sometimes the universe is going to give you even more work to work through. And I did. I felt like an absolute failure. And that's when you know you've got to do that work on yourself. Because in business, you're going to have adversities. You're going to have challenges. You're going to have defaulted payments. You're going to have people not say some nice things. You're going to have clients that don't get the most amazing results. Like, it's going to happen. And if you take all that shit personally, you're not going to have a business. You're going to be exhausted, burnt out, and not going to want to do it anymore. You're going to fall out of love with your business. You're like, I am done. I am depleted. I'm exhausted. Of course you are, because you're constantly, your nervous system has been spiked every single time. So you're constantly like this. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I'm back up to 10K. Oh gosh, it dipped. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's okay. We had a 20K launch. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, that client said yes. That client said yes. Of course you're going to burn out. That's where you have to do this work. I now look into my eyes. I now can honestly say that I feel that any trigger that comes up, I can deal with. I can honestly say that I feel enough and I feel safe and I feel deserving and I feel worthy just for who I am. Just knowing that I'm enough. I am an incredible, beautiful, honest soul. I love what I do. I love my clients. I'm so grateful for the friends and family and my precious little boy, my precious little Penelope. Like, I'm the goddamn vibe. I am an energetic match to my freaking self. I'm awesome. And I know that. And I know that without me having the best launch ever. And I know that from the money in my account, the sold out stuff. I know that and feel that in myself. And that is the biggest thing I am ever proud of. And that is why I do Conscious Coach, because I know how easy it is to get wrapped up into the externals of 10K months, 15K, 20K months, right? I'm a coach. I know what you want to get to, right? And I'm a business coach. Like, that is what we want to get to those months. Like, you want success in your business for sure. And this is why I do the subconscious work. And this is why I'm not just a business coach. I'm a mindset and business coach, because I know how important it is for you to feel enough and deserving and worthy. And that is why you are or not at 10K, 15, 20K months. It's nothing to do with more sales. It's nothing to do with the strategy. You can try and convince yourself of that. See how you get on. But you're going to come back to this. You're going to come back to this video and go, freaking hell, she was right. It is the subconscious work. I really do need to do the work on myself, because since I'm so utterly and madly in love with myself, my business has skyrocketed. My clients are incredible. I'm attracting more dreamier, soul-aligned clients. I've never felt more lit up. I've never worked less and earned more and felt more alive in my life. You'll never really hear me say, I'm exhausted, right? From work. Okay. Yes, there were times where Sans wasn't sleeping and that was challenging, but I'd still get up and I still devoted that time in the morning to myself. Like, every single day, it's a non-negotiable. And you'll see me on holiday. You'll see me at my best friend's house. You'll see me at home, my mum's house, wherever I am. I get up at the same time every single day and devote that time to myself, because I know how important that work is in yourself. You can be so fixated thinking, I'm going to get up, grab a coffee and get straight into work and like bust through my to-do list. Good luck with that one. Good luck. See how that will get you. That will get you burnt out, exhausted, hating your business. Whereas if you actually learn the tools to go in, the tools to really freaking fall in love with yourself, to feel enough without any other validation from it. That is the real work. That is the real work. And you're not going to get that work from looking at her or looking at her or stalking her or stalking her. You're only going to get that result when you work on yourself. Plug back into yourself. Make it your mission to have that unwavering belief in yourself and just see the results. See the difference in yourself, the difference in your business, the difference in your bank account, the difference in your family, your friends. Like, people say to me, your energy is just so contagious. Like, how are you always on all of the time? And I'm like, I'm so freakingly, madly, wildly obsessed with my life, my work, my family. I love and I love myself. And I love you for listening. So thank you so much for being a part of this video. Wow, it really shifted there, didn't it? Like that, yeah. So I hope you took so much from today. And remember, you've got to move. You have got to move, and don't move into the hustle, move into the strategy, move into yourself. Do a freaking U-turn. U-turn that shit back on yourself, work on yourself, and see the results you're going to get this year. If you want the details for Conscious Coach, right now it's on like a secret pre-sale because I haven't even launched it, like released it yet. It doesn't release really until a week and a bit. But if you really want to do this work on yourself, it's a 3-month deep dive group program where the content in itself is transformational. You get a private podcast feed for you to tap into anytime you freaking need me, like literally a 24-hour, 7-day week, 369, you know, all of that. It's there for you to shift, clear and move, shift, clear and move, shift, clear and move, like keep shifting and moving and then clearing it. Keep shifting it, clearing it, then move. If you want that and you want to do that deep dive in yourself, because you really do understand that success comes from shifting your subconscious mind, then I want you to send me a DM telling me you want the details for Conscious Coach and that you watch this video, and let's freaking roll. It doesn't start until next month. And right now it's pre-sale, which means you get £200 off the price plus a bonus one-on-one call with me. These will be capped. So yeah, don't walk, run. I love you. Remember, you're a freaking badass.